Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm Michael, aka Hands and Feet from HeHasAnswers.com. I'm your host, and we're going to be dropping some truth bombs in the battle of the mind. We're going to be watching a documentary by a fellow named Curtis Bowers. He's in the United States. A lot of people, when they hear that, think, well, why do we need to know about the United States? This is Canada. Well, friends, we share one of the longest borders in the world with this country, and we also are outnumbered by them tenfold, and they also give far more to their military than us or any other NATO country combined. Meaning, if the United States falls, we do too, and so does the rest of the free world. And you're going to see as we watch this agenda, and if you've been paying attention during these last several episodes, this agenda has been going on for a long time, most certainly catapulted in the last 100 years, and we've been watching how it's all going, and this is a very well-researched and put-together documentary, and you can go check out all the evidence that's revealed, and you'll see it's all true, and it's not a conspiracy theory, friends. I'm a patient guy, but it's just so disheartening hearing people call everything a conspiracy theory when a former CIA agent who's turned truth revealer because he's for one retired, but also just so dismayed with what's going on in the world. He says, look, that term, conspiracy theorist, was put out around the time of JFK's assassination in order to disenfranchise and disparage people who were looking at that saying, well, this doesn't seem to make any sense. And that assassination occurred very briefly after JFK had said he was actually going to dismantle the CIA, break it into 1,000 pieces, because he'd realized that the Central Intelligence Agency, although filled with people who had great intentions, was actually being used to do all kinds of nefarious things all over the world for very evil people. And so he wanted to do away with it and recreate something that was going to be a little more transparent and honorable. And then he was assassinated. So Kevin Shipp is the CIA retiree who divulges this sort of information. And he actually has a YouTube channel with, I think, 50,000 subscribers. And you can go look at his talks that he does, and the stuff that he unveils is awful, and it ties into what's going on around us, how there is an agenda to bring us under a one-world government where there will be one government control over everything, and the puppet masters of that, powerful globalist elite, very wealthy, influential business types, they will have agreed with the government to set regulations up so that only their corporations can be the ones that prosper and do well and are able to make money and supply us. And we will all have a very false sense of freedom, and we'll have no private ownership anymore. And we're moving towards that faster and faster all the time. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. I also apologize. I'm going to have to play some music in the background because although Curtis Bowers did put this documentary up on YouTube for free a few weeks ago, or maybe it was a couple of months ago, it was a limited time thing. He's taking it down again, and I don't feel like having someone, having one of these streaming platforms flag it and then give me some sort of a copyright strike for a documentary that is like almost 10 years old and everyone should see.
Hello. In the traditional motion picture story, the villains are usually defeated. The ending is a happy one.